Hey everyone, I apologize. It's been so long since I've had a video, but I'm back today. This is going to be a couple different things here. So first, I had someone ask me how I attached my screen to my motorized roller. So my motorized roller is from Metex, and I used to use these ball bungee cords. Um, the reason I haven't had a video out for a while is because there's a cotter pin in the motor that actually broke, and so my motor, the whole roller kind of came down and landed on my garage door tracks, which is fine. It's happened, I think, one other time for sure, and so it took me a little bit to get that fixed. But then also, I've been wanting to replace the ball bungees for a while, and I found these other things here. Let me show you quick. I got this kit here, which has some slide nuts and T-nuts along with some M5 screws. I did also, for the corners, have to get a little bit longer than what was included here, but I now have my screen attached with these slide nuts and T-nuts. I had used T-nuts in the middle because there were screws in the way that I would not have been able to slide all the way to the middle. But this is what I'm currently using to attach my screen through the grommets, and I also have some washers because these screws or bolts would actually, they would just go right through the grommets. So I have these nuts, the bolts, and then some washers to make sure that they don't go through. So that's how I'm currently attaching my screen. And then another question I had that I was going to get to before my screen fell down was how the Garmin R50 does for practice mode and everything like that. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do the stack practice, which I've never done before. It's a brand new thing. And I'm also going to show my screen. I'm just going to have it on the projected image here so that you guys can see exactly what I see from the Garmin R50 screen. So I was going to use one of my iPad minis to record that screen directly, but that doesn't have enough storage space on it, so I can't do that. So hopefully by being able to see the whole screen and seeing everything I see, I'll be able to kind of show you all the differences between like the ball and club data that the Garmin R50 shows. So let me grab my other iPad here and start the stack wedging. I'm sorry, the stack practice. It's not just wedging or putting anymore or speed training. Okay, so I am recording my iPad screen now. So as you can see right here, there's speed training, which I'm not really doing right now. I'm still kind of recovering from my back injury, honestly. There's stack putting, which I did do one outside a week or so ago. So I want to do that some more because I definitely want to get better at putting this year. And then there's a stack radar, which has a stack wedging and the new practice tracker. So let's do the practice tracker. Okay, so it looks like I can set up my bag. So that's what my bag is. Driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 7 wood, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 iron, pitching wedge, gap wedge, sand wedge, lob wedge. Those are my clubs other than my putter. Performance trends, you can see I have not done this before. I have no idea what to expect. I have not done any sessions. I have no idea what to expect here. Guide, let's just see what that says. I don't want to go through any of that, so I'm just going to skip it. And let's start the practice. I'm not going to do the warm-up, even though I should, but I am going to do some warm-up swings. There's one thing I want to show with that. So pitching wedge carry for me is about 125, limited, artificial, that's all good. I have a stack radar, it should be connecting now. Okay, that connected, took a little longer than I would have liked. But now I have my pitching wedge, number to speak, it's going to do carry number, which is fine with me. Hit accept and warm up. So that is my intent right now because I'm just going to warm up. I'm going to hit a handful of shots to warm up and then I can change this. So let's accept and let's see what happens here. And also, before I do warm up, so I did play my VGA tournament at the Trevino course at Geneva National a couple weeks ago. And I was in veteran D flight and I shot an 80 and I actually won my flight. So I have a medal for that. So that was pretty cool. And then I think it was the following weekend, I played a 999 tournament at Mascoutin with my dad, where it's a 27-hole course and there was 9-hole scramble, 9-hole best ball, and 9-hole of modified alternate shot. My dad and I, with the net scores, shot a 1 under, but the winning score was 20 under. the gross score, and this is where it's kind of interesting because I think my dad and I shot a gross score of 101, and our handicaps are right around like 13 and 15. But the gross winning score was an 88. So it's only like 13 shots better, yet they beat us by 19 strokes, which I didn't expect to win, but it's kind of weird there. And then one other thing I did that was cool before I get started here is a couple days ago, I went to the Bettinardi Studio B in Chicago, or Oak Brook actually, and I did one of their putter fittings and found out kind of what putter worked for me and with theirs. And I'm actually at a 33.5-inch putter, a 70-degree lie angle, but a 0-degree loft. So with that being said, my new putter right here is a Queen B number 6 SBS, which I think is for the slant back. So I have the camera facing a different way, so I'm hoping I have better video quality. But this is my new putter. And then I'm a big fan of the Yes Seagroove putters, and Matt Fitzpatrick, who uses Bettinardi, has one of those. And after I bought this, I saw that they actually made his putter available for the public to buy. So I may have purchased one of those in my specs as well. Shh. But now I'm going to set the practice mode up on the R50. I have the stack wedging or stack practice session up there. I don't have any club stickers right now. I'll put one on later, but right now, first I'm going to get what you see without the club stickers on. And again, this is the normal view I get, but today what I'm going to do is actually, the screen is going to be the same view I have on the R50 screen itself. So let me change that quick. So right now, this is the screen I have up. You can see my view of the range on the, well, right now my right. And then that's going to be the impact camera on, it'll be the right side of the screen. Again, I turned around, so, but I have, again, the range, the down the line view, and the impact camera view. Let me put my golf shoes on here because I prefer to practice like I play. Okay, and again, these are just warm-up swings. I'm a little tight right now. I haven't taken any warm-up swings, so that's what I have for the stack, and that's what these are going to be. Again, a handful of these. I waited too long, so the R50 went into standby mode. And then you can see without club data on, there is a big like area there. That's where, as long as the ball's in that area, that's where you can hit from. Okay, so a draw on that one. Honestly, I have no idea how far it went. And the impact camera, I don't know how well you can see it. It's kind of grainy, but you can see the ball, and you can even change the speed on that, I believe. So you can actually, so right now it's at normal speed, but you can slow it down to 0.75, 0.5, or even 0.25. Let's go to 0.5. And now we have the speed there. And again, so that to me, it's helpful if you know kind of how to look at it, and mainly for if you're trying to see if you're hitting or making ball first contact. It may not be that useful to see where on the face you're hitting, but you can see if you're making ball first contact or hitting behind it, hitting it thin. That's very useful to me. I don't like that I can't necessarily see how far that went without changing a view here. But let's hit another one. So
117 yards.
And you can see I hit that just then. Looks like my stack's at 117 yard carry, so I guess in this instance maybe it's nice having that separate thing here, but I will put some of the other data tiles up shortly as well. I'm going to do one more with the impact camera.
116.
Okay, not bad. I still feel like I could have hit that better. But again, the impact camera, you can kind of see that there. Again, I apologize if it's not showing up that great. Let me do some of the data tiles now. So here's another view that I don't use very often, but if I had the club sticker on, it would give me face to path and club path and attack angle. But with just ball data, I get launch direction, Club face is another one. I believe you need the club sticker on. Launch angle, though, I can get. Side spin, back spin. So this is kind of a nice view if you want to get those stats just at a glance. Again, let's hit another 2 or 3 with this view here.
120.
Thin again. 120, but I hit those last 3 kind of thin. Again, there's all the angles there, or excuse me, all the data on this view. Let me do one more and see if I can hit it normal and not thin.
130.
So that one, I would have liked the launch direction to be a little more right with that much side spin. But now let me go to the full data tiles so you can see that. So here you have, again, some of these, I don't have the club sticker on right now, so they're going to be blank. But you get club speed, ball speed, carry distance, smash factor, club path, club face. Those you need a sticker for. Launch angle, apex height, and there's even more here. Attack angle, total distance, backspin, face to path, launch direction, side spin, carry deviation, spin rate, spin axis, total deviation, carry deviation, and total deviation. Those last ones are, I think, more in the degrees because you kind of get yardage a little bit above that. So I don't know why you need both, but they are there. And let me, for this one, actually go to the full screen view. And I'm not even going to see the ball flight here. Let's just see all the data tiles. So now I have an entire screen of data tiles. So let's just hit some and see how it changes. And then I'm actually going to start the stack wedging. I keep calling it the stack wedging. It's the stack practice.
120.
Okay, so the stack said 120. This says 117 basically. So they're a little off, but not terrible.
128.
Okay, that was better. I'm happy with that one. No idea where it actually went, but I can see, let me move the ball. I can see it went 10 yards left and it went 125 yards. So I can see that or know that based on the data. And then I could put the down the line view and see again, but let's do one more and then get started on the actual stack practice.
123.
So that one I know I didn't hit as well because you can see my apex height was also 24 yards, which is lower than I definitely wanted, and I hit that one thin. But now I'm going to start the stack practice and actually let me put some club stickers on so that we can see that data as well now too. I'm just going to put it on my pitching wedge here. I was going to put a club sticker on, but it wasn't sticking and I don't want to go search for the other ones right now. So let's just start the stack practice mode. I'm just going to do a stock shot, I guess. I don't really know what I'm supposed to choose here, so I'm just kind of picking one. So this should just be a stock pitching wedge. And then I think all I do is just hit the shots, and I'm going to hit a few different clubs here and see what happens. Maybe I'll actually create my wedge matrix here. Let's see how that goes. So this should be a stock pitching wedge. I think I'm going to hit 5 shots with each intent.
119 yards.
Little shorter than I would have liked, but it's something. Let's do 4 more of these now.
132.
That was hit a lot better. I definitely need to bring that draw in more though.
122.
That was brought in a little bit. I think 2 more with this full intent pitching wedge.
123.
Didn't hit that one great.
128.
Okay, so that's 5 pitching wedges. Let's grab my 50-degree wedge now. Okay, let's hit 5 of these. Just because I like the view better though, I'm going to change the projector screen to the full range. I like it better.
112 yards.
Okay, it came around nice.
115.
I've been hitting a lot of thin ones lately.
105.
That one was off the toe. That was off the heel. That was terrible. Luckily, it didn't read that one. As in, the stack didn't read that one. The R50 read it just fine.
121. 106.
Wasn't really too thrilled with any of those, but now to go to my sand wedge.
103 yards.
I guess the stack didn't pick up on that one.
106. 98.
That one was shorter. Felt good though.
101.
One more. Oh, that one felt good. And it didn't read on the stack.
98.
Okay, happy with that. Let's go to the lob wedge now.
93 yards. $90.
Definitely pulled that one a little bit.
93.
Getting a little winded here.
89.
We have one more.
91.
Okay, so that was my full swing with my pitching wedge, gap wedge, sand wedge, and lob wedge. Which, again, my gap wedge is my 50 degree, my sand wedge is my 54 degree, and my lob wedge is my 58 degree. So now I'm going to use my pitching wedge. I did just add waist swing, so I'm going to swing waist to waist with my pitching wedge and the other three wedges, and that will be this video, but let's start that now. And what I do like about the stack is it lets me change kind of what the swing type is. On the R50, I can say it's pitching wedge, I can add notes, but I can't be like, oh, this is a partial swing or anything like that. That's where it is nice that the stack is letting me do that. So again, these are going to be waist to waist swings, 5 of them with each club again. Oh.
96
That's
yards.
definitely not a waist follow through. It was a waist back swing, not a waist follow through.
99.
So I do tend to pull these left, which is why I don't do them very often, but it is something that's good to do. And the reason I pull them left is because otherwise I hit them off the hosel.
96.
Better.
$97.
I just wish I could straighten them out.
103.
Okay, so it's 5, probably not the best waist to waist swings, but I'm going to use them for now. Let's go to my next club. Okay, so that one did not register on the stack. And some of that I think is because I do have my lighting a little bit darker in here. I think the stack radar works better with brighter lighting. Come on, pick up. It's 3 in a row it didn't pick up now. It gets frustrating at times like this. Come on. I guess I'm going to try brighter lighting, so see if that works. I apologize if the lighting gets a lot worse now, but let me see if it actually helps me pick up the ball with the stack radar. I do understand the screen's probably going to be a lot more washed out now. I tried to keep it dark, but I need to see if this works so I can finish this stack practice session. Apparently that didn't work either. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. Let's try again.
79 yards.
Hey, it worked.
68. 84. 78. 82.
Okay, let's go to my sand wedge now.
68 yards. 64. 63. 70.
We got one left, okay. It doesn't tell me how many to shoot. I can just see it says 4 there, and I'm hitting 5 with each club, so that's what I'm doing now.
75.
Now let's go to my lob wedge.
60 yards. 57. 56. 59. 62.
Is that 5? It was, so now let's see what all that comes down to and what it shows me now. Okay, let's see what I have here. See all that. You can see my average carry, ball speed, club speed, smash factor with each club. Got my warm-up one, so what happens when I go back now? Save and exit. Okay, it tells me how many shots I hit. Okay, that's fine. My bag doesn't do anything. Performance trends. Okay, so it's going to give me, when I do more sessions, right now my average stock pitching wedge was, say, like 124. I wish it would just show me the number. 125. Okay. Hopefully it'll kind of show the number there as that gets better, but then pitching wedge was 125. Gap wedge is 112. Sand wedge then is like 101. Lob wedge is what, like 91? Again, I wish it would just kind of give me the number. I could see my ball speed, club speed, and smash with each one. Let's go to a waist shot now. So this is where I could kind of create a matrix. It even has a spread. That's kind of cool. Lob wedge is, I'm going to say like 58, 59 yards. And it looks like the carry is just over 4 yards for the spread. The sand wedge then, it looks like I carried about 68 yards and the spread is 8 yards. So that's definitely, I need to tighten that up. The gap wedge has an average carry of like 78 yards and the spread is probably close to 10 yards. Definitely needs to get tightened up. And the pitching wedge then, it carries about 98 yards and the spread is 5 yards, so it's a little better. And again, those last 4 were for waist-to-waist swings. Again, if I go full stock shot, my pitching wedge spread is 9 yards, which again, that could get tightened up as well. But that's kind of cool there. It'll be interesting to see how that progresses as I use this more. Completed sessions, I can see all 47 shots because that includes the 7 warm-up shots. And that's where I can, again, get all this data back. So that is the Stack Practice. It's not bad. I will keep using it, but I do think there's room for improvement. I would like it to actually create like my bag mapping for me as I do that. To me, that'd be a really useful feature. Just on top of these performance trends, is actually give me, when I click on my bag, show me my distances for each shot type as I build this and progress. So again, pretty cool, but that's what that is. And then hopefully you guys now know how I have my screen up. And again, without the club stickers, because the one I had didn't work, but now hopefully is a good idea of what you can see with the with the ball data from the Garmin R50 practice mode. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I truly appreciate all of you that watch, and I will try posting videos a little bit more regularly again. Thank you.